What's your impression of her returning that figure?
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about it. I said just seeing her in practice and the way she embraces that alter ego, I would say, has been just reminded me of last year and the way she played. And I mean, don't get me wrong, this year she's playing even better. So when you combine the two, I mean, I don't know what we're gonna get, but I'm sure it's gonna be amazing.
Do you feel glad that it wasn't your arm that hit her?
Oh, well, I'm glad that my arm prepared her for this moment right now. So, yeah, I'm glad I didn't cause the second one.
She got a mask because of you.
Yeah. So I kind of prepared her for this moment, so she gets to thank me later. But yeah.
I mean, how different do you guys feel mentally, physically right now compared to where you were entering the tournament last year?
I feel like at UConn, it's kind of always the same. I feel like, you're playing your best basketball towards the end of the season, right when the tournament is coming. And I feel like that's been the case for us. I mean, biggest tournament, I feel like we played one of our best basketballs this year. And even in practice this week, I was just talking about it. I said, we had the best practice that we had all year, which is incredible considering that, we're shorthanded. We're the most injured than ever. We're tired. Every team is tired, don't get me wrong. But just the way we approach postseason at UConn is different. And it doesn't matter who we have out there. So it was good.
Is there a reason to believe that it can be better than last year? Because obviously it didn't end the way you wanted to, and you went in with a good approach.
Of course.
Is there something different?
Of course there's a reason to believe. I feel like last year, we just shot ourselves in the head. I feel like we lost ourselves that game. But I don't like going back to last year because this is a new year. I feel like we learned from that so much. We just put it behind us, But this year, I feel like I wouldn't say anything is different. I would just say that we learned from it and we're maybe a little bit more smart, more aware of things like that. So, yeah, as I said, we're always approaching it the same way every year. That's what the coaching staff always puts an emphasis on. That's the standard here. That's how it is. So doesn't matter. Last year, this is a new year. So
I mean, one thing is different. You do have that number 5 on the team.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. That is more than we could ask for. That's the one thing that I feel like is gonna separate us huge from last year. And having her, I mean, what more can you ask for? That's the only thing you need, basically. So we're excited.
Have you noticed a shift in the freshmen after the Big East tournament, just knowing that they played 2 really, really strong games, and now it's a new season kind of beginning?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I feel like, sometimes I'll look at them, play with them, and I forget that they're freshmen. And I'm like, oh my God, this is actually your guys' first year. Like, you guys have never played in the Big East tournament. And the way they respond and handle it, and it's so mature, and it's so exactly what we need. And we never ask them to, sometimes you have to ask them to give more than what they do, but they always deliver. And it's just, this freshman class is insanely mature, and they listen, and they're great teammates. That's number one. And that's what you want in your freshman, to be a great teammate, to be able to listen and also say something back. And they're amazing. Best set of freshmen I could ever ask for. So.
You said Ice was even more stubborn than you and Paige. Like, what does she do that's stubborn?
I mean, Ice is, she's incredibly stubborn, and coming from me too. But as I always say, I feel like that's her best asset, and that's her worst asset. Just like everything. But I feel like sometimes she can be her own worst enemy. And I know it because that's my case too. I know quite a little bit about it. But this Big East tournament, the way she stepped up, what she did, I've said I've never seen anything like that before. You always hear stories like that of people having to step up and actually delivering, especially that young. But I've never actually been a part of it. I've never actually seen it. So to be able to be a part of it, see it, and so proud of her. And I think she proved to herself a lot that she needed to.
Like, you guys were all like coming in, going out. She was just like out there.
Yeah, and she didn't complain once.
Really?
Didn't complain once. Didn't say anything. Didn't show anything, which is a huge deal. Her body language was amazing. Her communication was amazing. People don't really understand sometimes when they watch. You got to listen a lot to the big guy, because when you're a good guard, you don't really see what's going on behind you. And we knew at every moment what's going on behind us because we had her behind us. So, huge thing what she did this tournament, and I'm excited to see what she's going to do in this one. So.
is the team in a really good place heading into the tournament? I mean, is the confidence high coming off the Big East tournament, how well you played? Are you fresh enough because you had a week to go? Where does the team stand?
Absolutely. I mean, we're super confident. This past week of practice, I can tell that we're super hungry. All the individuals, the coaching staff, I mean, just hungry, you know, for getting better, for getting smarter, for getting more disciplined. And I mean, we've been practicing really, really good. And I'm just, you know, very excited. Can't wait to get started. Just want to go out there right now. So, yeah, very, very good with the place we're at right now.
Nika, what's it like to see Paige like kind of be herself out on the court again and just like have fun and take opening tips and flex and just like show her emotions and
yeah, I'm sure we all missed that, and I'm
Yeah.
sure the fans missed that,
Yeah.
and I'm sure she missed it
Yeah.
first and foremost. It's been incredible to be able to be a part of watching her journey off the court when she was injured, and how much what she has developed in her character, and how she grown so much, and to be able to just flip it and use it for this season has been incredible, and it's a huge testament to who she is and how she carries herself and how there's nobody more confident than her. And it's not even about confidence, but to be able to come from that injury that's really hard to come back from, and play the way she's playing, that's just incredible. And people are not talking about it enough. So I'm very proud of her.
Rightfully so. When everybody looks at your team, they think of Paige, talk about Paige. But can you talk about how great Aaliyah has been for you guys this season and what it's meant to you that she could maintain that high level of play?
Yeah, I mean, Aaliyah's a rock. I've said it before. What she brings to the table, nobody can bring. And having her out for the biggest tournament, as I said, of course, I stepped up huge, and huge props to her. But we're glad we have Aaliyah back, and having those two together is going to be huge for us. But yeah, I mean, just a rock, the most consistent player on the team for 2 seasons now. The way she brings it every day with no excuses, she just puts her head down and she works, and we all admire that. And she's an inspiration for that for sure, and you know, motivates us every day. So she doesn't even have to say anything. She just shows everything, and you just feed from it.
Yeah, she said she wouldn't be back if she wasn't fully 100% ready, and she's just going to bring it now. You believe that? I mean, it's not going to be, oh, I can't breathe or my nose hurts. She's just...
No. And even if it was, she would never admit it. So that's just a testament to how unselfish she is and how she puts the team above anything else.